introduction of the 300 students assembled before you. I want to thank UCSC Executive and Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, and Provost Allison Galloway, who will later on say magic words that, along with 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes a little bit more, and occasionally a few tears, will transform you into graduates of the University of California at Santa Cruz. Kresge's motto is creativity, individuality, community. It's creativity and intellectual work that has gotten each graduate to where they sit before you today. That, along with the many contributions, hours, financial help, blood, sweat, and tears of all the people who are here present before us, from families, parents, siblings, friends, and all of those who are also with us in spirit. You are the wind beneath their wings. You have allowed them to soar. Now we'll have a multilingual reading to celebrate the varied voices of our graduates, welcoming you in some of the many languages of Kresge. The words may sound different, but the message is the same. Welcome to Kresge's 2015 commencement ceremony. We're so pleased. You could join us today for this wonderful occasion. We will have Asal Razai on Farsi, Jason Mera speaking Greek, Danielle Maidan in Hebrew, Veronica Bautau Hmong, Ana Areola, Portuguese, Anna Dobroholdova, Russian, Priscilla Diaz in Spanish, Gul Tanari, Turkish, and Natalia Panovska in Ukrainian. Students, speak your word.
Buongiorno, come stai? Bene. Grazie mille, Nitya. Primo, sono nervoso, ma ci sentiamo gratitudine per sue presenze e senza suoi aiuti noi saremmo con orgoglioso e grazie mille per tutto. Grazie.
Добрий вечір, пані і панові. Ми запрошуємо вас відсвяткувати з нами вручення наших дипломів. Дякую.
Καλώς ήρθατε στη αποφοιτήση του Kresge College 2015. Χαιρόμαστε πάρα πολύ που είσαστε εδώ μαζί μας. Ευχαριστούμε.
سلام، به جشن فارغ التحصیلی کرزگی 2015 خوش آمدید. ما خوشحال هستیم که امروز در این موقعیت پرشکوه در کنار همدیگر هستیم.
Kresge show Otsia Gucci commencement ceremony. Watch out. Bienvenidos a la graduación de Kresge del 2015. Estamos muy complacidos en tener a todos ustedes acompañándonos en un día tan grande para nosotros. Gracias.
Merhabalar, 2015 yılı Kresge mezuniyet törenine hoş geldiniz. Burada olup bu anlamlı günü bizlerle paylaştığınız için çok teşekkürler. İyi keyifler.
Добро пожаловать на нашу торжественную вручение дипломов. Мы очень рады, что вы смогли к нам присоединиться.
ערב טוב וברוכים הבאים לטקס סיום לימודים של קמפוס קרזגי, מחזור שנת 2015. מזל טוב.
Bem-vindo à cerimônia de formatura do CRESG. Estamos lisonjeados por sua presença nesta data tão especial. Obrigada.
Thank you to all these students. I call forth now Lucas Hollifield, student representative, to address you. Lucas?
Thank you and welcome. On behalf of the 2015 graduating class of Kresge College, welcome. We are honored and that all of you have gathered here today in celebration of our achievements. But for now, we would like to honor you. Graduates, please rise and join me in thanking all of our families and friends. Thank you for your love and support, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lucas. This quarter, I had a Kresge Challenge class, and we combed through 50 years of campus history. The students immediately noted there had been some changes. That dream of no tuition on which this institution was founded is no longer the case. They also noted that some things have remained the same. The dream of a personalized education within the context of a large research university. They noted how much we depend on you, our people, our friends, our graduates, those who can talk to the legislatures, tell them that it is important to educate all our kids in California, not just my kids. Those who can bring back, not immediately, but after you pay off all those student loans, whatever ideas you have, and if you have any resources to help us make this place better than it is even today. We also looked at some of the things that have remained the same. We took some words from Jim Clifford, who was in the HISCON program, which is located at Kresge, and we noted some of his ideas. He said, this is a campus that has fit 17,000 students into a redwood forest and grassy knolls, deep ravines, with a great meadow overlooking a fantastic bay. And we haven't messed it up. The great meadow has been preserved. There is, of course, the story that this place is always being ruined. Whether it's the colleges or narrative evaluations or Elfland or the budget cuts, there's a story of something always being lost, but there's much also that remains the same. And that's the seeds of something radical that exists within this place and in these people. It begins perhaps from the place itself. You can't be here in the late afternoon, coming down the bike path or driving down the road, seeing the sun as it starts to go from its oblique angle, and you look out over the contours of the great meadow and through the fog, down toward that great bay. You can see all the way to Moss Landing, to Big Sur, and those mountains behind. And you say to yourself, wait a second, This is not wallpaper. This is real. There is something in this place that has the seeds of something radical. Utopias, they're places off in the distance. Heterotopias, they're places on the side with possibilities for change. This, perhaps, is the legacy of UCSC. It is a place where you can wander, get lost when you're trying to find the East Field. It's a place that you can transgress, progress, and dream. It is a place that has a legacy of the open politics of the possible. It is a place that has some of the legacy of the 60s, but without any of the nostalgia. It is a place that can be revolutionary, romantic, perverse, and critical for times we can't imagine. That is something that you are going to be carrying with you as you go forth. You guys, you're the original authorities, questioning authority. Go out, find those answers, and come back and share them with us. Go Kresge Slugs. Now we will have our senior speaker. The commencement committee presents Natalia Panavska. Natalia is graduating with the Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry and Molecular Engineering, biology, I should say. Among her other activities, she's been a UCSC ballroom dance captain. She hopes to become an OB/GYN. Please welcome Natalia.
I was so nervous. Sorry. 1 second. I'm a little small. Okay. Thank you. I was so nervous when I received my acceptance letter to UCSC 4 years ago. I asked my high school Spanish teacher, an alumni, what the school is like. She replied saying, "It's nowhere like anywhere else. It's the perfect place to try something new. And people don't always wear shoes." My immediate reaction was shock. Others were telling me Santa Cruz is this beautiful city filled with hippies that wear dreadlocks, have crazy mustaches and huge beards. What a stereotype. Then more than ever, I didn't know how to prepare for this upcoming 4-year chapter of my life. I kept asking myself, is this place really for me? Do I belong? Will I fit in? I grew up in the San Fernando Valley, in a suburban city, where if you step outside, all you'll see is cars driving by and maybe a neighbor walking the dog. But stepping through the new door into Santa Cruz, everything was different. When I first arrived in Kresge, I was challenged to a staring contest by a deer. It followed me for a while and then it ran off. It was the most warmest and unexpected welcome. As soon as I received my keys to my first college apartment, it felt almost like summer camp. When we moved in here, for most of us, it'd be the first time we'd be living with 7 strangers in the middle of a redwood forest. Sounds like an MTV reality TV show, right? We had to learn to cooperate with one another, share the fridge, shoo the raccoons away from our apartments, and we had to learn how to clean. Well, maybe not all of us. We would sit around in our living rooms, chatting about our past experiences, yet finding common ground on being Kresge students. We all learned the chorus to "Every Day I'm Kresge," laughing at our stereotype. We would take hikes through the upper campus to the Garden of Eden, where we'd swing through the rope and jump into freezing cold water. But our apartments and our nature is not the only thing that makes us special. While some schools take pride in their football team, we take pride in our ultimate frisbee team. While some schools have a Greek row, we are known for our awesome house shows. While some schools, like UCLA, have an underrun as a stress relief, we take it to the next level with a naked run as a celebration of first rain. We do not conform to the norm of other schools, and we do not follow their trends, but instead, we do things our own way. When I started classes at UCSC, I expected superiority from professors, rivalry from students, and a general separation of the masses. I would be terrified if a professor so much as made eye contact with me. The first time I had a question to ask, I raised my hand. My heart was pounding, my palms were sweaty, I had knots in my stomach, and I began to stutter, afraid that I would look stupid or that I would say something ridiculous. That illusion was quickly shattered when my first chemistry professor asked to be called by her first name. I saw how invested my professors were in their students and in our success. My biology professors taught me a lot about the details of protein assembly, gene recombination, and fruit flies. But more importantly, they gave me the confidence to question, to contribute, and to challenge. The professors that truly stood out have become not only mentors, but also our collaborators, and in some cases, even our friends. While writing my speech, I kept struggling to come up with one good story where I could truly convey how incredible my experience has been here because of how friendly and eccentric our community is. While working on this late at night with my bestie, Anna, my roommate since freshman year, we were reflecting through all the times here at UCSC, and we both realized that we felt this way every single day for the past 4 years. Each day, I see us treat others as equals, respect one another, and stand up to injustices. Students here don't try to compete, and they don't step on one another to get somewhere. Instead, we help each other succeed by lending a hand when in need, or just being there for moral support. We look past a person's exterior and listen to their ideas and see them as equals. It is important that we keep the spirit of this place alive within ourselves. The world can be very different outside of this community. There's a good chance we'll encounter competition, ruthlessness, and harshness. There are those in the world